I was reading about this the other day and felt like this is definitely something that's going to become
Chelsea's
important.
like, wow, I do this all the time.
Well, we didn't have to say that part, but okay. Hey everyone, welcome to the SOB Marketing Podcast, where we celebrate the SOB that you are, and if you haven't figured it out yet, we mean small-owned business. We don't mean SOB.
Listen, we know that as a small business owner, you are working hard on the daily to keep your business fully operational while trying to promote it. And while some days it may feel like the business is owning you, if we're being honest with each other, I bet you would admit that you wouldn't give up the insanity for anything.
Our commitment here at the SOB Marketing Podcast is to give you the real talk, what works when it comes to advertising, marketing, promoting your business, and then what doesn't really work.
And Chelsea and I promise to always keep the conversation real. What is Nostradamus known for?
Nostradamus?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know who he is?
No. Wait, is that Dracula?
No, that is not Dracula, okay? Nostradamus he's known for his famous predictions. And today, guess what we're doing?
Who am I thinking of? Nosferatu. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay, I'm sorry, Vivian. I ruined your introduction by not knowing.
Okay, so Nostradamus, there are some predictions that he was pretty famous for, and we're bringing our own version of this today.
Yes.
We are playing like Nostradamus, and we are going to give you our three, a total of six,
because
marketing predictions. Okay,
yeah.
And this isn't crap that we found on the internet, y'all. This is stuff that we are seeing and we believe is truly going to happen. And so basically, you are giving us a virtual handshake right now. So if any of these come true, you owe us $100.
Yes.
And I'm joking.
I wasn't. No, I am joking. Okay. We each have three. I think Vivian may know my three. I don't know her three. So we're going to experience this together, y'all.
Yes.
And I think we're going to go tit for tat, maybe?
Yeah, we're going to go tit for tat.
Okay.
Do you have you don't have a hot take, do you?
I don't have a hot take just because this is, we're giving our predictions. Yeah. Not necessarily. I feel like my predictions are going to be hot takes in themselves. So there's also no TLDL for this episode because, again, we're just going to list
and have some fun conversation.
What we think is going on and going to happen in the marketing world.
Yeah, and listen, we're ready to go toe-to-toe with you guys. If you don't agree with us, if you're like, you girls are cray-cray and that is not going to happen, we want to hear it in the comments, okay? And tell us why.
Well, that's important. Don't just tell me I'm wrong. Let's have a conversation why you think I'm wrong.
That's right.
Okay, Vivian, do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
You go ahead and go first.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm starting out with Rage Against the Machine. And it's that my first marketing prediction, is that hating AI will become cool and trendy.
Okay. So it's going to be the cool kids club is going to be hating AI.
Yeah. Now, I know this sounds like I just want to...
be a hater?
Well, be a hater, and also I'm already very, anti-AI, so people are probably like, you're just trying to say you're right. No, I do feel like we are seeing a lot more AI hating, or as people are correctly phrasing this, human-centric marketing. Yes. That's really what I'm talking about, but I like saying AI hating more.
I will say this you guys, please go. We have over 160 episodes now. Go back and listen to some of our earlier stuff because I think I admittedly told Chelsea that I say please and thank you when I talk to these AI chatbots like Claude or ChatGPT simply because I want to be in their good graces when they come and take over the world.
That's
slowly, she's always kind of been on the other side of it. And slowly, I think 2026 has been very hard on me and AI. Also, because I'm getting like a double dose of it. If I have to read one more email where I can tell somebody has used AI to write it, I'm going to lose it. I'm like, what are we? Just machines talking to each other? Like, please add some human context.
That is human-centric marketing.
Yes.
That right there is a great example of this shift that we're seeing and people being tired. They're tired of being fed AI. I don't want to say AI slop, but I do also want to say that because there's no humanity in it. People are tired of seeing generic AI created ads.
Yeah. And I think I'll agree with you on this being a prediction. So your prediction was hating AI is going to be cool and trendy again. And it's because people are just going to get kind of tired of seeing the same monotonous type of content that it's going to be a breath of fresh air to not have the same type of content everybody else is having.
Exactly. No, that's exactly what it is. People are missing the emotion.
Yeah.
And that's so important in advertising. People want to feel connected, and using AI to create ads is taking away that connection.
Do you remember the phrase I brought up a couple of episodes ago? Proof of persons. What was it? It was actually, there was an article that was talking about this specifically.
Proof of person imperfection?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, proof of person imperfection in any type of social media content. The easiest example we were using was like if you have a typo, right? They obviously know you didn't copy and paste it from somewhere, like it was you writing it and you made a small mistake on there. If the photo is a little crooked, if it's tweaked, if there's something, those are, like we're saying, we're looking for proof that it was a real-time, real-life experience and something that actually happened. And I will say, I do think that we're going to get, as humans, very, I don't want to say paranoid, but we are going to be looking for these, especially because there's so much video content now. Like, I do this now all the time. My husband will send me something. I'll watch the Instagram video, and I'm like, that's clearly AI.
Yes.
And so I always tell him, I'm like, that's AI generated, and I can tell because X, Y, and Z, right? I think we're going to get better at figuring that stuff out, hopefully.
Yes. Hopefully. It's kind of a race because I've been seeing a lot of people, I've been seeing a lot of posts of people saying, man, AI is getting so good. I almost didn't even notice that this was AI generated. I think we're just it's going to be a race against the machines too, I guess.
Yeah.
Trying to stay connected in the sense of knowing when something is AI or not. Now, I want to be understanding. Some people want to use AI. Fine. Don't. I can't tell you what to do, and I shouldn't tell you what to do. You're an adult. You're a small business owner. You're an SOB. Do what works for you. What I'm saying is, let's not use AI to create the creative. Let's use it for ideation. Let's use it on the back end. Let's use it to do things that we're saving a lot of time. For example, Opus Clips. That's a tool that we talk about a lot and we use it. It's AI generated. It's AI generated, but it takes our long form videos. So it takes these podcast videos and it clips it into multiple reels. That's a good use of AI. Okay. Yeah. I no longer have to spend 4 hours trying to pull relevant
storyline out, something that's going to be enticing, and then clip it together, and then yes,
exactly. I'm saying don't use AI to generate an ad. An example of people hating, well, maybe it's just me, but an example of not using, why you don't want to use AI in your actual like content. Yes, like Vivian said, she's tired of reading AI emails. When I was doing research recently for this podcast, I found a marketing blog, Vivian. They copy and pasted from ChatGPT.
Okay.
And you can tell. You can immediately tell. Okay, well, they lost all credibility to me. I don't trust your opinion now because you didn't even bother to rewrite anything. You didn't look at anything. You just copy and pasted what was written.
The other thing you had brought up to me not too long ago, Chelsea, and it's still to be written how this pans out. You were talking about how there are already some cases starting to show up in the legal system about copyright or about intellectual property, about logos and AI stuff. And so if you're using these tools, how much of that content, how much of that do you actually own? And can you say, no, that's mine if it's freely giving that same information to everybody else, right? So there is a lot to be thinking about in that area too.
No, exactly.
So can I share mine, which is very maybe similar along these lines, except for I think that marketing is going to get back to basics. And what I mean by that is 73% of Gen Alpha, so that's people born between 2010 and like 2024, I think, or even 2025.
That's so
okay,
young.
So think about it. If they're born in 2010, they're what, 16? Around, 16 years old.
I don't like this conversation.
So 16-year-olds and younger, they think about this. They are what we consider true digital natives.
That makes sense.
There are people who did not know a world without the internet, without online stuff, social media, all of that. And these studies show that 73% of them prefer good old-fashioned brick and mortar shopping.
I love that.
Yeah. And so what I think, and to pair with that, it wasn't just the study that I've been seeing out there where it says like, hey, it's almost like what you said, hating AI is going to be cool and trendy. We talk about, and listen, I'm in my 40s. I finally get what older people were talking about when I was growing up, where they say, just wait, it comes back. Like trends will come back and revisit generations. It really is. The stuff that I had in the 90s, all the clothing, I should have kept because it's back in style. But I think the same can be said for marketing.
Sure.
And if the data is showing us that the younger generation is liking the brick and mortar shopping more than the online shopping, what pairs with that is we're actually seeing an increase of bigger businesses, bigger brands spending more money in their in-store experiences. And so I think that's a good indicator that if that's where these larger businesses are dumping their money to make sure that the experience in the store is something that is good and that's going to keep people coming back, it's not outdated. Okay. So yes, we are moving towards AI seems to be the talk of the town these days.
Yeah.
Online shopping seems to be the talk of the town, but I get the feeling that some of these marketing trends, marketing initiatives, marketing campaigns, that we're going to get back to basics with them as this generation comes up.
I agree. I can see that happening.
Yeah, and the key part here, the one thing I will remind people of, though, is that may be good and well, and you're thinking, wow, that's really interesting information that age group prefers to go in-store and shop. If that is not your target audience, how does that fit into what you're doing? So I'll just remind you, even though that's a prediction I have, that may not change the way that you do your marketing or change the way that you go about promoting your business, simply because depending on who your target audience is.
I love that clarification. Thank you, Vivian. My next prediction goes in line very well with what you just said. Experiences are in. Experiences are hot. Experiences are the cool and trendy thing. Again, so hating AI and then experiences. Experiential marketing will continue to grow. That's my prediction. Now, experiential marketing, Vivian, is something that we have already talked about. It's already something that's popular right now. I bring this, though, because I feel like it's going to become even more important past 2026, it's going to continue to grow. I do not think it is a passing fad.
All right. So tell me what you mean by experiential.
By experiential marketing. Okay. That's your pop-up shops.
Oh, okay.
That's when a business hosts, I don't know, like a wine night.
Okay.
Or when they have a a great example and a business that does this amazing is Love Spell Books.
Okay.
Here in Somerville. They have bring your own book night, okay? Mm-hmm. They have silent reading night. They have a night for authors to come and just work on their writing.
And so a silent reading night, as in I bring my own book, or everyone just goes to the bookstore and reads, and you're just there with other people reading. And you're just
all there together reading.
Gotcha.
I want to see... I don't think you listen to this podcast, but Love Spell Books, I'm going to reach out to you. I'd love to have you on the podcast. But yes, having experiences as a group, as a community, already big, it will continue to grow because human-centric marketing. It relates to human-centric marketing because people want to interact with people. Mm-hmm. They want to have that human connection.
Yeah, and this kind of goes hand in hand with, we have talked about before how community building is such an effective marketing strategy.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And it's a great way to show people what your business is about, and then also get them to kind of become your advocates because they see you doing the work, right? They are sharing in the resources. There's a camaraderie there. You're giving them a space to be able to bond with people and to, I think improve their lives if it's a good community. This kind of leads on that. So it's almost like having that experiential marketing experience is going to open the door to building community.
Yes, it's great for authenticity. It's great for people. Well, it's great for getting people to actually interact with your brand and participate with your brand. That builds that connection. It's how you create brand evangelists. Mm-hmm. Also, it's easier to focus on your target audience. So if someone's showing up to an event, for example, I want to get into writing, Vivian. That's something that I'm going to work on. Okay, well, we're not going to have this conversation on the podcast, but...
Because I've been telling her to for the last 3 years.
Okay. I want to get into writing. I'm going to go to a writing night.
Yes.
That's me showing up to that event. I am actively searching for that kind of content or that kind of experience because Love Spell Books is offering that. We're a good match.
Yes.
It's finding your target audience without having to put I don't want to say too much effort. You know what it is? You're waving your freak flag. Yes. You're waving your freak flag, and the people who are those freaks will see it and they'll come. Let's build a community.
Yeah, and it's also a great, we often talk about how sometimes in marketing, it's not necessarily about the sale. We were just talking about this with networking, okay?
Yeah.
Going to a networking event isn't you pitching people. You should not be pitching them every opportunity you get. Really, it's about trying to establish a relationship. Yeah. Similarly, experiential marketing is not the hard pitch. It's more of the, hey, if this aligns with you, you may be a good fit. And then later on comes the, by the way, this is what we do. And the reason I say that is because, like Chelsea said, if they are promoting an author night or writing workshop or something like that, she's interested in it. I also know, because if you know your audience well enough, you also know that the type of person that's usually interested in that is a heavy reader. Mm-hmm. Okay? Because people who love writing typically are going to be enjoying other people's work. They find value in other writings and stuff. Those are also the people that are going to buy your books from the bookstore, right? Yeah. So it goes hand in hand without you having to say hey, if you're looking to buy a book, come to my bookstore. It's more supporting them in another area, knowing that they also more than likely are going to, be your target audience.
This episode of the SOB Marketing Podcast is brought to you by the SOB community. If you're a small business owner that is neglecting your marketing and you feel like you've wasted money and time on marketing help that didn't deliver, or if you're just craving support from people who actually get what it's like to run and promote a small business, then our membership community is for you. Visit school.com/SOB to sign up today to get instant access and weekly support. That's SKOOL.com/SOB.
My next one is actually, I was just talking about how we're going to go back to the basics because this Gen Alpha is, forcing us to in some type of way. The next one, though, I have is that live shopping is going to be bigger than ever, okay? God. And I stand by this. Okay. Live shopping is huge in China. And when I say huge, I mean I think it's the epicenter of the world right now. The way they are able to buy things very, very quickly off of watching a TikTok or watching somebody on a video screen selling it, right? And it's not like a long, drawn out QVC style thing. It's very much a curated, hey, watch me use the product. Here are different variations of the product, whatever. TikTok is just getting on that here in the US. And I feel like it's just going to get bigger and bigger over time, the live shopping component of it. Hand in hand, to go with that, we had talked about in a separate conversation, I think we had this conversation in our SOB community. We talked about hyper targeting. And one of the reasons I had brought it up was because Bravoverse, if you guys don't know, those are the people that do the Real Housewives, all that. Andy Cohen is the main spokesperson. They're going to use an AI tool to generate an AI version of Andy Cohen, who then is going to be able...
I remember this conversation. Yeah, this is a great SOB community conversation. Yeah. And just so you know, if you join our SOB community, all of our meetings are recorded. So you can go back and listen to this because wild. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. No. And so in there, the reason I brought it up is when they launched this Bravoverse, they have talked about how there are going to be advertising opportunities for businesses, probably the bigger brands, to be able to have an AI Andy Cohen pitch their brand kind of like within the content they're creating. So it's kind of like a soft pitch, like we were talking about earlier, right? It's not a hard sell. The reason I bring that up is I think that in hand with the live shopping, it's all going to be way more hyper personalized. And people, even though the Gen Alpha crowd is not going to be the crowd that's going to be all about this live shopping necessarily, I do think that everybody else is going to get on board and do more of that. They're going to be spending more dollars quicker online if we make it easy enough for them to do that. So I think 2027, 2028, you guys just get used to live shopping. Just know that's probably going to be the norm. Moving forward. People scrolling through, being able to click on stuff to be able to buy things very quickly.
Okay. As a marketer and small business owner, I love that. That's great. As a consumer, I'm not doing that, but I don't need to make it easier for me to spend money,
Yeah.
But I can definitely see how that is where things are headed.
Yeah. Part of the reason I also want to mention this is small business owners hear me when I say this, and I am one of you. Okay. I do this horrifically. We need to get very, very comfortable, pitching ourselves or talking about our products and services in a manner that isn't, it's not, we're not shy about it. We're not, what do you call it? Asking for forgiveness. We're not saying sorry. We're just, I mean, the thing is, if people are following you on TikTok and you're a small business owner, talk about your business. Okay. That's part of it. There is no, these are tools for us to use to promote our business. And if we have a business page, a business account, that should be the primary focus.
Vivian, my last prediction. We all deserve a little treat. Treatonomics will become more mainstream in marketing. So what is Treatonomics? I was reading about this the other day and felt like this is definitely something that's going to become
Chelsea's
important.
like, wow, I do this all the time.
Well, we didn't have to say that part, but okay. Marketers are beginning to focus on little treat culture. Because of economic volatility, people are not making large purchases, but instead they're purchasing small luxuries to make them happy. This is the new version of the lipstick effect. Do you know what the lipstick effect is, Vivian?
How you always go and buy yourself a little lipstick because it's not a huge, purchase, but it makes you, it's a picker-upper.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. People are buying little picker-uppers when they're feeling down. You buy a new lipstick so you can feel better. So this is the new version of that. People are saying, get yourself a little treat. Because this has become a trend socially, I don't know if you've seen this, Vivian, but it's become a popular thing to post about online too. Because it's becoming a trend socially, marketers are trying and will try to find a way to keep this in mind when they're creating content, when they're creating their ads. They're going to insert it into their marketing.
So what would that look like?
So it's a focus on selling emotional, joy-filled moments.
Okay.
So it can also be, though, focusing on your lower priced products that have a high impact on emotion.
Okay. So I'm thinking to myself, how as a small business owner do I I don't want to say take advantage of it, but how do I tap into that?
Okay. So let's talk about focusing on lower priced products that have high impact on emotion. I literally just brought up Love Spell books. I forgot that they were in my notes. But Love Spell books. I went there recently, like a couple of weeks ago. Now, here's the thing, Vivian. I own too many books. I don't need to buy any more books. And I'm on a budget. Books are expensive. So I didn't need to buy a new book, but I hadn't been there yet. And I wanted to go see what the place was about. I didn't get a new book. However, they had a section of stickers and bookmarks and stuff like that. I wanted to buy myself a little treat. So I got stickers. Stickers are a high, for the right consumer, they are a high emotion product. I like stickers. I like looking through stickers and picking out the one that I want to put on my water bottle or that I want to put on my laptop. My laptop is very specific. It is only for very specific types of stickers. It is a high emotion product. And that's the key to knowing your target audience.
Is knowing what. Well, and that's interesting because it also has me think about how if you're selling a particular product, you may be looking at some of the lower cost ancillary products that you can to accompany it, right?
Yeah.
Another example of this could be in a different industry. So one of our community members, Rob, he owns a vinyl record store and he has bins that are specifically like $5. So it's some of the lower cost vinyls. Still doesn't take away from the experience of flipping through, finding a record you love necessarily, right? But it isn't one of his higher end vinyls. And so depending on what industry you're in, this could look very different for you. I'm also thinking, if you're someone who sells plants,
yes. Okay.
maybe one of the things that I've seen people sell are those little ceramic things that go in the plants. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like a placeholder.
Yeah, like it, and they'll have funny sayings on it, or it'll say like cilantro or basil, so that way you can identify what herb it is or whatever you're growing. So I think even something like that, where maybe that's a lower priced item. Yes, someone's not taking home a $70 plant, but it could be something small that they're like, oh, but I'm willing to spend $10 on this, right?
It's a little treat. I wanted to bring this up. This is a fairly new concept. This is just now growing, but I really do think that this is going to become something very relevant in marketing and something that we think about.
And you did start by talking about how I think our overall economic state might lead into this. I don't know if you guys have seen gas prices lately, but I think we're in need of treats now more than ever. So.
Yes, exactly.
All right. So my last prediction.
Okay, let's hear it.
This one is a little funny. Social media is going to stop being social. And I hate to tell y'all, I think this has already happened. It's here. Okay. So this isn't as much of a prediction as maybe it's a prediction that as small business owners, we will finally recognize and see social media for what it is.
A tool.
Well, but we used to tell you that, social media has the word social in it, which means you need to be social. You can't just like post and pray, post and forget, right? Like just like post and ghost. Okay.
How many of those can you come up with?
I mean, I could keep going.
Okay.
So meaning it can't just be a one-way conversation. Okay. And I still believe that to be true. I think if you're going to use these tools to promote your business, you want to get on there and do all the things you were talking about, which is like the building the community and doing all that, flying your freak flag so that other freaks like you can find your business, right? The thing is that these platforms used to be social in the sense that you would tell people, follow my page, follow my profile to get more information on X, Y, and Z. I would then share something and it would go out to all my followers. That's not necessarily the case anymore. What it's doing is now you're posting something, it's showing it to some, maybe most of your followers, and then it's also showing it to other potential people because they're like, are there other people out there that could benefit from seeing this content? Are there other people, lookalike audiences, that may want to also, learn more about plants, learn more about marketing, whatever it is? That means that it's no longer social. It means it's just kind of like every other media thing, except for now we are the people that are the media. Okay, we are the people that are creating and posting and sharing this stuff. I bring this up to say that it has a place.
Okay.
I think we need to rectify about how we use social media and we need to put it in its proper place. You and I had a conversation not too long ago in one of our prior episodes about how social media is not free.
Yes, it's not.
No, it's free because you're not paying to post. It's not free because it's taking up time and effort.
Yeah.
And that's time and effort you could be using for something else. Okay, so you're foregoing that, you're giving that up in order to do this thing by posting on Facebook and Instagram and all that. And so I think we need to respect social media for what it's worth and the capability it has to get our business in front of people that could buy from us. But it cannot rule what we're doing because, you guys, this isn't social media like we used to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not like now there are we're just playing a different game now.
That was very well said.
Do you understand though why I'm sharing this?
No, I understand. And I think this is just overall something that we want you guys to try to do is get in the mindset of understanding what your social media platform can do for you.
Yeah.
Remembering that it is not yours.
Yes.
You don't have control over it. If something happens, so moving people into your own communities and email marketing, email list. That's what I meant to say. Email marketing is what you should be doing. So getting them onto an email list, getting them onto a mailing list, finding ways that you can connect with them that it's not just social media.
I want this to be a gateway conversation into the fact that with all of this talk about AI, with there being more and more focus on AI profiles, I just brought up Bravoverse and how they're going to generate an AI version of 𝐑𝐄𝐋𝐀𝐓𝐄𝐃 to, to do all of this stuff. I think over the next 2 years, the way we look at social media in general is going to be very strange because it's going to start to take on a whole different, I don't know, not connotation, but it's going to have its own little universe and world. And so I don't think it's going to be too far down the road before we start to see a version of our world strictly on AI.
Yeah.
And people feeling like part of their life is on these AI platforms. So I say that just to remind you, to keep you tethered. Marketing has a purpose to promote your business, to be sure that you stay in business for a very, very long time. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Threads, anything that you are using to help fuel that, to help you stay in business a long time, to help you find your target audience. It has a place, however, it is not the thing. Okay, so let's not say social media is social anymore, because it's really not.
That's fair. That I can see that. Wow. Vivian, what do you think is your favorite prediction
Out of all of these?
out of all of them?
All 6? I think the fun one is the Treatonomics. I really like that
too.
one. Yeah. Well, and because I think that's something that small businesses can really tap into. I mean, you mentioned it with the bookstore.
Yeah.
Great. You didn't want to go in there and buy like 2 books. However, you're like, oh, I can 100% get me some bookmarks, get me some, stickers. Some people like using highlighters, all this stuff. There are little extensions, accessories, things that people can do. And personally, nobody sees this more probably than a coffee shop.
Oh, yeah.
Let me get a little treat. Let me get me a cookie. Let me get a pastry. Let me get a little coffee to go, right?
Yeah.
So I think Treatonomics is definitely heavy now. Yes. And I could see it in the future just being something that we kind of get conditioned and used to. And so,
Something that we'll become cognizant of, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Vivian. Wow, this was a great conversation.
I feel like it was a bit doomsday-y.
I know, right?
I mean, we don't live in a bunker, you guys. I promise you, we are.
Yeah.
We are navigating this world pleasantly, happily.
I'm having a good time. It's better than the alternative.
That's right.
Yeah. Y'all in the comments, let us know. What was your favorite prediction? Do you disagree with us? Do you think we're crazy? Let us know. Just be, respectful and actually give me a reason why you don't agree with me.
That's right.
Yeah. Make sure you're following, subscribed. Leave us a review, pretty please. We shouted someone out the other day because of their review. If you leave us a review, we might shout you out too. So consider doing that. And go be the best SOB you can be.